Ooh, Steelers. I think this is the first time we've played anybody with Steelers this year. So that should be fun. But alright, what up everybody? Welcome back to another online head-to-head matchup on here on Madden 25. I'm PJ, and you know, as always, joining me is the one and only Excavante. What up, Zach?
How goes it?
It goes. Yeah, but how's your Thanksgiving, man?
It was pretty good. Can't complain. Had some good food. Good dessert.
Yeah, for us over here, man, we always have our Thanksgiving on the Sunday before Thanksgiving because it's just kind of tradition. Let other family members go and see their loved ones and their families on Thanksgiving. Plus, my family was always working in retail, so they usually work Thanksgiving Day itself. But yeah, so actual Thanksgiving Day this year, basically spent eating bagel bites and watching the Packers beat the Dolphins. Yeah, stayed out of bounds. So that was fun. Felt like a college kid all over again, to be honest.
Hey, can't complain.
Yeah. But hope everybody else that's watching had a great holiday. And just kind of a quick reminder too for anybody that's new to the channel. Basically, these videos are usually recorded shortly after the Packer games during the football season. Although, admittedly, this one's a little bit late. We're recording on a Tuesday. But we're basically talking, you know, basically say how we feel about the team and, you know, their performances each week. And then just some random stuff occasionally too, so that's always nice. But when we go into the franchise mode videos, that kind of talks about our feelings going into, you know, the upcoming games and stuff against the opponent. So obviously, like, the next one will be the Detroit Lions game, which is going to be a massive game for the Packers. But yeah, that also always depends how quickly I can edit stuff too, since not always the best at it, but you know, here we are. And I'll take that. I don't know why he went for it on 4th down, but we got a pretty good starting spot over here. Right now, what I'm going to end up trying to do is establish the run a little bit and maybe hit a play action, see how it goes.
Can't run?
I know. Can't run in real life, can't run on Madden. Let's see how this goes. But after that sweet victory against the admittedly kind of depleted San Francisco 49ers, Green Bay took care of business against the Dolphins too on Thanksgiving. So 49ers game was a 38-10 score. Miami was technically 30-17, although it really felt over once it got up to like 27-3. So Green Bay is already up to 9-3 on the season, clinched a winning record, and already tied the amount of wins we had in the regular season for all of last year. But yeah, like I mentioned, Dolphins game was one that felt over at halftime. It was 24-3 at the break. First TD was, you know, love to read, which was set up by that muffed punt. And then I think there was, I mean, I know we had the 3 and out that started it and then the muffed punt and stuff, but Miami kind of killed themselves on the penalties that followed up on the next drive. I think they had a 3 and out or something. Yeah, I think it was 3 and out and then it led to the punt. But then it was kind of pounding the rock. Kraft got involved a little bit, but it was mostly Josh Jacobs and them. As we get the first down there, let's go. But, you know, Jacobs ended up getting the touchdown to make it 14-0 there. Miami did get the field goal after that, and a couple punts were traded, but 3-minute offense worked out. Love got Reed for a second touchdown, and shout out to Wicks too for all the great blocking on that drive. He was kind of blocking his ass off throughout the game too. It seemed like every time I was watching, he was setting up some good blocks. But
He's been good at blocking. It's the catching that we have issues with.
He's doing the Allen Lazard 13, pretty proud with all that. But yeah, Miami ended up getting a little bit of yardage, but ultimately failed on 4th down, and then Green Bay went for points before halftime and got the field goal. So 46-yarder from McManus, and then we were sitting there at halftime, and you know, Wes Hod had mentioned a kind of a wild stat. Green Bay was at 102 yards rushing, which was the 4th time we've had 100+ yards rushing in the first half of the season. Apparently, Green Bay had only done it 4 times in the first 5 seasons combined. As Josh
Jacobs, it's kind of wild.
Here. Yeah, so I was like, was like, damn, we're killing it on the ground with Josh Jacobs over here. And Miami and their side of the ball on the offense, they only had 14 yards rushing on 7 carries as well. So definitely, we were doing a lot better on the ground than they were for that. Get the field goal here. But second half, not as much going on. Miami finally started to hit on some explosive plays over the middle, which got a little bit annoying, but Achane and Hill got touchdowns for him in the second half, and Waddle had the 2-pointer. The Hill one was kind of a weird-ass, bounce around touchdown, but they had been moving.
Points are points, whether it's weird or not.
Yep, and they did get down to the 1-yard line, but Green Bay's defense actually got a really good, goal line stand as well, so... Josh Jacobs also snatched a man's ankles, so that was really nice. And Jordan Love finally got his turkey leg after Chef Leroy Butler was over there delivering it. So, with all that said, how did you feel overall about the performance on Thanksgiving, Zach?
It felt like one of the best overall games we've played so far this year. I mean, I think as diehard fans, we are recording a video about it. I think we can always find stuff to nitpick, but this was so far the most complete game they've played. And I know that you could say, well, Miami doesn't play well in the cold weather. You play who you play, and you play them when you play them. Miami had been doing better once Tua had come back from his concussion issues, and I expected them to put up more of a fight in the first half. Now, the second half, offense was a little sluggish. Really didn't do a whole lot in the second half compared to the first. But the game was pretty out of reach for the most part after that first half. As long as the defense just played somewhat tight, they weren't going to be able to come back.
Yeah, definitely. I did think when we were talking about the game on our preview, as I get the sack there with Gary on the blitz. Well, CPU got the sack, I just made the call, so we're good there. But yeah, I wasn't sure how that was going to go with Jacobs, being on the short week after the big game against San Francisco. So I was
if you look at his yards, it's not like he put up a ton of yards. I think he was over 100 all-purpose yards, but only was it 46-ish rushing yards? 43, something like that?
Yeah, 19 carries, 43 yards, and a touchdown to lead the way, but he added, like you mentioned, 4 catches for 74 yards in the receiving game. That made it
This is when he broke those ankles.
Yep, and then Green Bay as a team, because they had enough explosive runs in there as well, they ended up at 114 yards on the ground on 25 carries, so a little over 4.5 yards a carry, which wasn't too bad, especially against Miami's defense, because they had been really good about, dealing with the run. What the hell?
How did he catch that?
I thought I had the user pick, and all of a sudden it wasn't user picking. Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, they had, was it like 20 missed tackles or something like that?
It was something wild like that, yeah. I don't remember exactly how much, but... Damn, even watching that, I still don't know how that wasn't intercepted.
Magic.
Alright then, well, that sucks. I feel like I've been playing better than this dude, but... Down a point now, so...
Scoreboard!
Yeah. Yeah, I thought, I thought the run game did alright, especially considering who they were facing, so... Ooh. But...
Circle Button University.
Yeah, the one stat I saw with Jacobs, too, was that was his 5th straight game with 100-plus yards from scrimmage, which, per the NBC broadcast, was the longest streak since Eddie Lacy back in 2014. So it's been a hot little minute since we had a streak like that. And then, shout out to Brooks against his old team. He added 28 yards on 3 carries. Wilson got another 20 yards on 2 carries. Reed also got 23 yards on his lone carry. So, I think at one point, I want to say we had 4 Packers that had more yardage than their top rusher on the day. So that was a little wild, but Yeah, actually, I think they finished at 4, right? Because Mostert was their top rusher.
Yeah, I
Trying
believe
to,
so.
yeah, but either way, yeah, it was also good like for the Russian defense between San Francisco and Miami. They've only given up like 85 yards rushing between the two games, something like that, 80, 85 yards. So I mean, it's been honestly after all the years of rush defense issues, it's nice. But
Yeah,
um,
speaking of the defense, I expected all of the speed from the Dolphins to play a bigger factor. And I know that they got Tyreek going in the second half. But I considering some of the teams that we've played through this season, we've struggled with quick wide receivers and quick shifty running backs, and the Dolphins have two of the fastest wide receivers in the league in Waddle and Hill, and then Achane is one of the fastest running backs in the league. I don't know if it was the cold weather or a great game plan, but the defense did a good job keeping them in check for the most part. And like I said, Hill kind of ooh,
yeah, that's not what you want.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that sucked. But anyways,
Bruh.
yeah, let's see if I can get a stop here. But yeah, it was definitely
But yeah, I
surprising.
mean,
Like,
I don't know if it was the scheme or the game plan or if it was just cold weather luck, but the defense, they did strong overall. It was interesting.
yeah, I was like, where the hell was that going? Yeah, I thought they did really well, and kind of talking about the speed, we were talking about they throw almost everything kind of short and underneath. Not really too many passes downfield, and even in our game, they didn't really have too many.
Yeah, I believe we said
Big
in the
shot.
preview, wasn't Tua at like 5.5 yards per completion?
Yeah, something like that. Either completion or air yards. I don't remember off the top of my head, but
It was
yeah,
air yards, that's right.
yeah.
Which is
Ultimately,
really low.
yeah, and ultimately, like Miami did get a few 10 to 15 yard catches, but I think they only got one completion that went more than 20 yards on the day, and that was to Tyreek. But most
Yeah,
of
I know their
even
tight end killed us
yeah,
because he was
Smith.
just always open.
Yeah, the biggest thing was most of that came after the game was pretty much wrapped. Like it was a 27-3 game at that point. I know they did have that one drive where they had some yardage, but flag. Yeah,
Flag.
I thought it was a good performance. Quay and McDuffie, especially, they both really looked good. Just kind of seeing it on TV. Shout out to McDuffie too. 10 tackles and a forced fumble when you weren't even sure if you were going to play, and I think Quay also ended up at 10 tackles. And the one thing that the Packers defense made me do was eat my words on the sacks. I thought with how quick Miami had been getting the ball out that we would struggle to. Man, what? That sucked. I got mossed. Yeah, I thought the Dolphins would get the passes out too quick to really get a whole lot of sack numbers. And instead, Green Bay gets 5 on the day with a 6 that got wiped out by a damn offsides penalty, which that's been annoying as hell. With
It's interesting.
just how many times Green Bay has been offsides and stuff this year, especially lately in the neutral zone lining up and stuff. That's been frustrating. So it is what it is. But I know we'll talk about the Lions more in the next videos. Alright then. But we didn't really get to watch too many other games on Sunday because we were going down to Miami on that one.
Yeah, we were taking a road trip,
Kind of funny
non-sports related.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. We we go to the city that the Packers of the team that the Packers just beat, and it's
We went
not
there to globe. Admit it.
Absolutely. Between that and Syracuse beating the Hurricanes for me, good weekend. I say that knowing damn well my Seminoles got beat by the Gators, but that was expected. Ooh, look at this.
We did get to at least see some of the Jets Seahawks shenanigans.
Bro, that game was wild.
I saw someone refer to that game as the drunk college roommate.
Yeah, I can see it. All right, let's see if I can stop him here. Yep. I thought Kenny Clark
I
was going
thought
to
you
have
were
a
going to have
pick
an
there.
interception.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have done anything with it, but it would have been hilarious.
You know what? Considering everything, I guess I'm okay being down a point, but it still is annoying because I feel like I should have the lead. But
Have you tried having the lead harder?
I guess we'll try it now. Oh. Didn't mean to circle button you it right off the get-go, but let's do conservative this time, so that way I don't freaking give up a fumble again. Any recommendations? Would you like to see a pass, or would you like to see a run? I'm going to do a deep shot on first down here, hopefully. Oh, shit. Should have moved the line over a little bit.
How do you not block the defensive end there?
That was probably on me for not doing a line adjustment there.
You know, he seems to be trying to blitz kind of hard. I wonder if a screen would work.
Bro, that's literally what I called.
You're welcome. Ah, he dropped it.
Damn it.
It would have worked huge, too. There was no one there.
You know, I wonder, can I pop a wide receiver? You know what? That's not worth it on Madden right now. I've had so many times where, like, I go to pop a screen, and it's just dead. So let's try... I feel like Mesh Spot could kind of work. Doesn't really look like he's got a blitz on this time. Do want to get Kraft a little bit close. Did not expect that much on the hots. Damn. If he would have ran the route I was anticipating, like closer to the first down line, that would have probably been okay. I didn't want him to go that deep. But couldn't really adjust it at that point, so whatever. See if we can get the stop here. But I'm trying to think too, as if we get a big hit there. Yeah, I think the other thing that we had talked about during the Packers preview was the red zone offense. And this week against Miami, they started off with the 3 touchdowns and got 2 field goals afterwards, but overall pretty solid day. So seems like they're trending in the right direction. I don't know. Any thoughts on the red zone offense? You think they've actually improved, or is it just more of a kind of the 1 week blip with 2 games and stuff?
Yeah, it's hard to say because it feels like a weird like designator for the stats. They didn't choose to start the stats after the bye week. They chose to start it after the Bears game. So they were like, yeah, these last 2 games have been great. That's the marker we're going to go with.
Yeah.
I do think that the offense has been clicking better, and I think a lot of that has to do with Love being healthier.
Yeah.
You can see that he's healthier. He's moving a lot more freely. He doesn't seem to be as gimpy or worried about getting hurt. And I think that's helped a ton. But also, I think part of it could be the 2 teams we played. See, the 49ers are decimated with injuries all over the place.
Even more so now with the all the injuries to both McCaffrey and Mason now.
Yeah, now they're down to their 3rd string running back and some guy they claimed off a practice squad this week. So that definitely plays a part. Miami's defense has been solid, a little better of late, but they're not, they haven't really been a powerhouse this year either. So I think it's a little A, a little B, a little B. The offense has definitely played better in the red zone, but have they also had, pretty convenient matchups that they play well against? I'd say that's true too.
Way off topic, when I looked up and did this like kind of zoom out right then, I saw TJ Watt on a wide receiver and I was like, yes please. Go boys, go. Alright, I'll take that. Normally I set up a lot of run plays. Right now he keeps kind of coming back to this mid-blitz zero. I've been able to kind of pop some stuff against it, so I feel pretty good about this right now. My debate right now is, with where the score is and stuff, how hard do I want to push the ball and knock myself potentially out of field goal range? Doing a toss play here, but I don't know how good it's going to go or not. Going great.
It worked.
Yeah. I need to get a touchdown here. Just be careful.
Careful, boy.
Woo! Let's go. Big Tom, Josh Jacobs.
I'm not sure if that was careful or not, but it resulted in a touchdown, so it doesn't matter.
Yo, how good has this free agent signings been this year for us with Jacobs and McKinney? Like, do you feel like Goot when all the drama with the Jets was going down and Joe Douglas got fired and all that? And he's looking over there at them two just cooking on the field also as we're on our way to 9 wins. Like, do you think he had the biggest cigar that night?
I have no idea if he smokes, so no, I don't know if he had a cigar. But he got so much crap over the off season, the last 2 off seasons really, talking about how, he's worse than Joe Douglas because obviously the Rodgers trade was, in the Jets' favor. And, he doesn't know what he's doing. And, oh, yeah, he signed Josh Jacobs, who was having a down year or two with the Raiders. And he let his star running back, Aaron Jones, walk because they didn't want to pay him. Well, what?
Thought I had it, and it was a
then.
user pick, so that sucks. But ultimately, still the same battle.
So he's made these signings, and other than the Xavier McKinney signing, which everyone's like, wow, that's a really good signing. He's kind of been thrown under the radar to under the bus by various pundits across the media. And like you said, here we are sitting at 9-3. They laughed about the Malik Willis trade. They're like, oh, the Packers don't have a backup quarterback. They traded for Malik Willis. Well, Malik Willis has got us 2 wins and 2 starts and closed out the Jags game with a game-winning drive.
Not even going
Is he, a bruh.
Ow. Like, I get he's a linebacker in this game, but how? Oh, that actually hurt a little bit in the inside.
It did. That was painful to watch. How could you do this to us?
Damn it.
But, yeah, I mean, Malik Willis is not likely to be a Hall of Famer or anything, but he traded for a guy to run the offense the way Matt LaFleur wanted to run it, to be the backup. And whether you think he's good or not is irrelevant. He's got 2 wins and 2 starts this year. That was a weird animation.
Yeah, let's see. Been running this like kind of nickel. Let's see if I can get him on a blitz.
I'll run your nickel.
Uses mid blitz 0 against him.
Let's go, big boy.
Yeah.
Rip.
Yep. Oh, what
Rip.
the hell?
Rip. Rip.
Rip. Well, that sucked. The standard
Guy's gonna
is
go
the
for
standard.
2. Try to put him up by 3.
Which honestly makes sense.
It does. I'm not
Yep.
blaming him for going for it.
Tighten this up a little bit. All right, well, at least a field goal wins it. This is a good little ending right here. This is the first game I played in the new season that they've been doing, so like season 2 and 1 combined, I was like a game over 500. It's one of the deals I always am so streaky on this crap, where it's like I could have a I could have like a 2 or 3 game win streak and follow that up by like 3 games straight in a row losses. Hopefully this is a dub. 2:33 left. Do we have it in us? Block.
He's like, no, I don't want to.
Honestly, I'll take 7 yards on that first play there. Around the line of scrimmage a bit. And I feel like I can hit this. I cannot. I can hit that. The most dangerous of throws. Go to the right, throw it back to the left.
A little less dangerous when there's no one within 15 yards.
Yeah. But still, dangerous. Not the Russell Wilson kind. Dang it. Every time I've hit a hard count, one of my guys jump. Win right now.
Tell him to stop jumping.
Hey guys, stop jumping. Alright, let's see if they're alright now. Get out of their systems. Buds here. You know what? I don't even like this play against it. Got a 1v1 on each side over here. Circle's wide open. And unfortunately, it just went straight out of bounds instead of letting me try to turn it upfield. Oh. Good news is I only need to get about another 12-ish yards for a realistic field goal attempt.
And what's the bad news?
Right now, they're down to 2.
It's unfortunate.
I'm going to try to get mesh here. My hope is I can get the tight end on the crosser if he has the right coverage on. If not, Watson. Turn it upfield, get the first down, burn some more clock. Yep, got tight end. And we are technically in field goal range. Obviously, I would love to get a little bit more yards, but... Alright, making him burn timeouts now. You know, I haven't even looked up at the username for this one. I just saw MysticalElephnt and I totally read that as mythical, like Good Mythical Morning. I watched that way too much at your house this week.
You watched like 2 episodes.
Way too much. I think I saw like 5, to be fair.
Well, I don't know why you saw 5. That's on you, buddy.
Yeah.
No one made you watch anything.
Nope, I was being lazy, so. Probably still high off the mac and cheese. Which, still the best Thanksgiving dish. Mac and cheese. Put that out there right now.
I don't know if it's the best, but that particular mac and cheese is very good. Yes.
Yeah. Alright, 4th and 1. Let's get this lead. At the very least, doesn't have any timeouts.
You don't have any timeouts.
Good.
Told you. Yeah. What is you doing?
That sucked. Damn. Choked. I pulled the Vikings and I choked.
Yep. And what do you have to say for yourself?
At least I'm not a Bears fan.
I guess that's true.
Oh, that's helpful. Alright. Oh, the good thing is I still had timeouts, so technically have a shot, but yeah, this is gonna get a little rough here. That damn reverse play again. Alright, we got the stop. I mean, I guess technically there's a shot, but probably not. You know, I was about to say, there is no way in hell he is going to go for that. It'd be so stupid to go for it and not convert and put me right back in field goal range.
All right, now you just got to return it for a touchdown.
Hell yeah. Oh.
Yep. Surprised you actually tried to return it.
Yeah, I figured he would mess it up if I tried to do it and bump into me, so I was hoping a little bit. See if I could stress him out. He is playing way too close to the line of scrimmage. Oh, no. Oh, damn it. Oh, well.
Rip. So close. Yet so far.
I'm really surprised he didn't play farther back, like in a prevent defense, because...
Yeah, it's kind of strange that he played so close.
Yeah. That was one of those games that's annoying because it was so winnable, and I absolutely choked it. So I'm a little salty right now, but it is what it is. But I think that's my first loss on YouTube videos this season, so every once in a while it happens. But yeah, so we'll have this out hopefully Wednesday night, if not early on Thursday morning. And then stay tuned for the franchise video, because that should follow right afterwards. If it's out on Thursday, it'll be right after that. If it's out on Wednesday, then you'll see it the next day on Thursday. But anything else in the meantime, Zach?
No. That's all I got.
Alright, well, see y'all shortly.
Baby, it's you and I